It's time to rumble!
Wait, did he actually fall out of his chair on purpose? Was that a thing?
I'm back, Yoku. It's not worth it.
Hey, if I do something, it's 110%. That better have been live, because I'm not doing that again.
It better have been. I have it live, so I hope it's on there.
Alright, MangaPod.
No, you definitely. I think you got to do it again.
I think, yeah.
Yeah, just to make sure.
You know, just in case. Like, what if people missed it?
What if they thought we were gonna be late, but really we weren't?
We tried.
Well-
Oh no, Dodger, you froze. Oh no, you're back.
Oh
No,
no!
you're back.
Now you're freezing for me.
Oh,
What if I
balls.
froze during that, during the fall? I'm like,
Then do it
That would be the
again.
worst.
Then you
That would
have
either be
to
the
do
best
it
thing or the
again.
worst thing.
Your fall. I was convinced that your fall was real. I did not know that that was planned.
oh, that was fake. That wasn't planned. That was improvised.
Oh.
Oh.
There is a difference. You are correct.
Woo!
Welcome
Rolling
to
for mo-
MangaPod.
What? What's happening to you?
There's a spider web on me. I don't know where it came from. It's on me though.
Oh my gosh,
Okay.
this is going so well.
Okay, welcome to MangaPod. We are a weekly podcast in which we all get together after we read part or all of manga, and then we discuss it full in depth with spoilers. We are here every single Tuesday night at 7:30 Pacific Standard Time here on this channel, twitch.tv/HappiLeeErin. You are here, at least you should be. I don't know why you'd be watching this otherwise, that'd be really strange. But welcome, I am HappiLeeErin, aka Erin, and with me are my lovely co-hosts.
Eric, can you please do that even faster?
Yeah, if you could do that faster while Yokurama
Please.
falls out of his chair. I mean, I think we should just combine our talents, really.
What? Will you stare?
I'll
You guys
stare.
should burp the national anthem. Burp the national
I
anthem.
can't
over
What?
there.
Why
Can't
would we do that?
Sadly, I don't.
'Cause
have
this is MangaPod. All right.
This is just
That's what we do.
But sometimes we talk about manga.
Yeah.
MangaPod. My
Are we supposed to be introing ourselves?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, I'm Dodger.
Yes.
I thought you were gonna say more than that.
Perfect.
I already did an intro, so.
I guess you did.
Hi, I'm the Dazzler. How you guys doing?
Great.
Ta-da!
Ta-da.
Good.
Fantastic. Though I do have
Welcome.
a
Thank you for
question.
joining us.
Yeah, welcome. Is anybody else looking at Twitch chat right now?
No.
I can't.
Okay.
Mine doesn't work.
Mine isn't showing anything.
It's not working.
Mine's not working. So
Why
I don't
Let's
know.
get
Change
everybody
your
Twitter
password.
hashtag MangaPod your thoughts.
Yeah, hashtag MangaPod because we can't see anything, so I don't know what's going on with that. That's some weird snoozy right there.
Twitch, you have 2 jobs.
Yeah,
Two of them. Come on.
Oh, 2 whole jobs.
Twitch.
A lot of jobs.
Anyway,
It's.
what's up? What's wrong?
Go on.
Talk about your feelings.
What did we read this week, Aaron?
This week we read Psyren Siren. It was a great manga. We read chapters 1 through 35, volumes 1 through 4. Daza, would you like to give us our spoiler-free description? If you've never joined us for MangaPod before, what we do is we give you a short spoiler-free description before we start talking about everything, so that if you hear that, and then if you haven't read the manga, and then you can hear that and decide if you want to read the manga, so you don't want to be spoiled, and then you can go and read it, and then come back and watch the VOD on my channel. If you don't care about spoilers, you're welcome to stay, because we love to have you anyways. So, Dr. Daza.
Wow. Yoshina Akihira is a high school student who offers his help with their problems. What? Oh, who offers to help people with their problems for 10,000 yen. He'll take care of your stalkers, find your lost animal, whatever you want. One day, when he's heading home, a nearby payphone rings, and he picks it up. The only thing he hears, however, is his own voice, echoing, echoing, echoing. After finding a mysterious card with the word Siren printed on it, his life suddenly changes as he is drawn into a crazy new world. And did you change your top, Aaron?
Yes.
Oh,
I
okay.
stripped for a second. It's really hot. It's really hot in here.
It's really hot in my house too.
Oh my golly.
butt off.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
it's like
so
it's like 80 in here
no,
right
Dazzle,
now.
it was a really good reading. I was
It was.
while I was
Did
stripping.
you finish?
I was
Did you finish?
Yeah, I finished.
Oh, okay, I wasn't
Okay.
listening.
No, it's like 80
Screw
degrees
you
in here. And usually 82 degrees I'm fine, but like in this stuffy room, I am so hot. Like my face is all red. I'm sweating like a pig. It's disgusting.
It's very humid in here right now.
Yeah, as long as I'm like outside getting fresh air at the same time that it's hot, I'm okay. But when it's really hot inside of a building, I'm just like, I want to leave.
But thank you, Dazza, for that wonderful Dr. Dazza description. As spoiler-free as this MangaPod is going to get. So if you don't get want to...
Aaron, psst, Aaron, turn your mic up a little bit, apparently.
What about now? Am I okay? I'm super echoey, so I didn't want to be too loud, but you know, it's a hard balance with these things.
That is true. Sometimes you just gotta figure out what's the lesser of two evils.
Yeah, so I'm like...
Especially with microphones.
People...
Yeah.
Yoku, are you on a stool?
What?
Are you on a stool?
I am on a stool. That's how I fell over that first time.
Okay, that's what I was wondering. And so, like, I just want, for one time...
So, of course.
Obviously, really.
Yeah.
I just want one time for you to like accidentally like get too into something and lean far back and accidentally fall off. Not that I want to see you in pain, but I think people fall.
It'd be
It's
absolutely
really funny.
hilarious.
It's really funny. But yes, anyway, yay, Siren, yay!
Siren.
Let's start out how we usually start. Let's talk about what our thoughts of the manga. Wait, no, what's the right word? Let's talk about what our first like impression of the manga was before we read it. What did you think you were gonna like about the manga and such? That's a question. Just go.
I already read it, so I can't go.
Okay. Anybody?
You can still go. What's your impression
go.
coming back to it?
Go for it,
Yeah.
Aaron.
I was gonna say I was surprised because I thought I had already read it, but it turns out that it is not the manga I was thinking of. So, as I was reading, I was like, this is not how I remember this at all. But I really, really liked the concept of it, and I haven't read a kind of action comedy manga for a while. I don't remember the last one. Like, I'm sure it was one that we read on MangaPod. I can't remember which one it would have been, but it's been a long time since I've read one like that, and I always find them very enjoyable, so I was really excited once I realized it wasn't the one I read before. Even though I really liked that one, it was something new. I was really excited to keep reading it, and I was pleasantly, like I said, surprised. I ended up liking it just as much as I thought I would like it, though it was a slow build. It was a slow build for me to get to enjoyment of, oh, I don't want to stop reading this. But that was mine.
Yeah, I haven't read like a shonen battle manga in a really long time, like a full-on shonen battle manga, and like from the beginning, I have been reading these like One Piece, Naruto, and stuff for a really long time. So I've heard about Siren for quite some time, ever since like it was just like halfway through the series, and I've always wanted to read it, but I just haven't got around to it.
Yeah.
And it always caught my attention. I didn't really know anything about the story at all before Dr. Daz's description, like last week's episode at the end, and like I always looked forward to it, mainly because of the character designs and just like how shonen it was, and it actually didn't get canceled after like 20 chapters like usual Shonen
Yeah.
Jump manga series that start off. So I was just looking forward to it for no apparent reason, just because it was shonen, pretty much, and I just wanted to read something. And it was good. It was really good. It wasn't like the greatest when it comes to story or anything yet. At least we didn't really
Not
get
yet.
into all the details yet. Yeah.
Where we
Yeah, not yet.
stopped.
It was just where we stopped. It was just starting to like explain things, like more in-depth things. But it was very entertaining, very enjoyable. I went through it really fast. I got through it in like 2 sittings, and just like that. So it was good.
I thought it, like when I first looked at the art style, I thought it looks not, the art style was kind of when you look at it from like the Mao page at least. So I was a bit worried that the whole art style would be a bit derpy, but I was pleasantly surprised. I was actually really happy with how the art style turned out. It was kind of it reminded me like of a more better looking One Piece, if that makes sense. A lot more cleaner. And Yoku's just like, no.
You're so full of BS, man.
Oh.
Shut up.
Is your fire smoke alarm going off?
I don't know who. That's not mine.
Is that you?
Yes, that's mine.
Is that your food? Did you put food in somewhere and forget
No.
to get it?
This is not my fault.
My house is just on fire.
What is happening? Oh no. This is the most eventful MangaPod I think we've ever had.
I know Twitch is screwing up. There's like some houses burning down.
Like, really loud.
I know.
Really loud. Someone turn her off.
Dodger,
Oh no.
turn off.
Oh no.
Really loud.
Mike.
Oh my gosh. Wait, how do I, can I mute? What is
Oh my god.
We're torturing the audience.
Anyway, Yoku, why don't you agree with me while we're here?
Because One Piece has really detailed art, and
It does have pretty detailed art, I will agree, but I thought it was more of a modern take.
Do you want us to call you back?
well, you've only read One Piece from the start, and like all manga, they progress, and One Piece started in the 1999 or whatever, 98. That's why the start, or like 7 or 8 volumes that you read, they look really kind of old and outdated for you. But like when it gets past like 15, 20 volumes, like when it kind of gets into like further into the 2000s, it becomes a lot more kind of like Siren style type thing. So
Yeah, like from what I've read of One Piece, it's like what's this, but
you've read all
it looks a lot cleaner. Although, in story-wise, there was like a panel which I tweeted out last night. There was one panel which is like, you have to win this game and beat it to leave, and I'm just like, we're reading Sword Art Online here, guys. We're reading Sword Art Online.
Oh, that's.
But-
I was trying to remember. I was trying to figure out what you were talking about, like what other story you were talking about. I thought you meant Saw.
I thought you meant Batum.
No, I was going to Sword Art Online, but
You're all
I
wrong.
was pleasantly surprised. I was pleasantly surprised because it was more Excel World Sword Art Online.
Yeah, because they get to go in and out first.
Yeah, that made me really happy.
Welcome back.
Hey,
Apparently, our fire alarm went off when nobody was doing anything. Most of my roommates are out of the house. Nobody was cooking anything. We're like, we unplugged it and took the batteries out. That was the only way to get it to stop. There was no smoke anywhere. Anyway, what portion of the podcast are we on now? What are we discussing?
I'm still discussing.
We're giving our ratings.
Yeah,
so
you
what did
missed
rate
everything.
Yeah.
You were gone for some time.
I
You
talked
were-
really fast, and it just kind of sunk into both of them. It was
You do talk
Yeah.
fast, so I'm not surprised. I'm just like,
Dazza
those are my feelings.
Dazza just finished up his thoughts. So.
Oh.
Or were you done? Were you not done, Dazza?
I was just saying it was like Excel World, which made me really happy because
Yeah.
Excel World I really enjoyed. I mean, despite it being a bit crappy, I still really enjoyed the premise of it. So seeing it in this kind of context was really good, and it made me so happy. And it
It's
was
kind of
done
cool
so
that
well.
they didn't have to like stick around in that cute world the whole time. That would have gotten a little bit boring. It's kind of cool that they go in and out. They have their sensei, their teacher who already beat the game and can't go back into the game, but still trying. It's really cool how all that stuff works.
It gives a good contrast between like the settings and the characters, then modern day. That it leaves possibility open for some really interesting stories. as
Yes,
well.
Aaron?
Yes. Okay,
What?
there was somebody
wrong
in
with you?
chat. I just want to. What's wrong with me? There's a lot wrong with me. There was somebody in chat. Where did it go? I don't remember where your name went, but they go, Dodger. It's the Siren.
You know, like, the gold stars.
That was very good.
I saw it and I was like, oh no, I can't stop laughing. No. But it was King Hails 4. King Hails 4.
Clever.
Bow down to you, sir.
Yeah, that was a good one.
It was hilarious. Okay, go on. Sorry,
No, we're
I think
we're done.
Okay.
Well, okay, so I started reading this manga when it was on chapter 2. So I read it a long time ago, and I kept up with it for a really long time. And I wasn't sure how quickly it progressed. So it was really cool to go back and read it again because it was so long ago that I read these chapters that I only remember really I really only remember things that happen later, like how the story winds up and what it becomes. So going back and reading through again was really funny because at the time that I originally read it, I had never read anything that was like, oh, you're being pulled into this other world to play a game sort of thing. And so reading it this time, I was like, oh God, this has been done so much now. Like I've read so many stories that are like this, but it doesn't nestle in that for too long. You don't feel like that's all that's to it. It progresses past that pretty quickly, and I was very happy about that. So I was happy with what we read as well. I thought that it was a lot happened, and we also had a good button of what, and then more things happen later, and I'm really excited, and I hope that we keep reading it. So those are my feelings.
Wait, have you read further? Have you read?
Yeah,
further?
I've read way further.
Oh, way further. Okay.
So I was messaging with Erin, and I was like, chapter 35. What happens in chapter 35? Are we gonna get to the crazy? Are we gonna get to like crazy stuff? And she was like, I don't know. I'm not even done. And I was like, well, I mean, what if we get to crazy stuff? That would be great. And I can tell you that we didn't get to the crazy stuff that I'm thinking of. It gets like real good. I want to read more so bad.
But it was a good cliffhanger ending, though. So
I thought
that's good.
Yeah, it was a good place to stop.
You lagged and you're frozen on a.
Oh, good. Perfect.
Do you see it? You're like winking at the camera.
What? That's awesome.
The crazy stuff.
Oh, there you go. You're done. You're catching up now. You're catching up.
Oh, good.
Okay, I'm okay. This is just the best MangaPod ever. It's all it is.
The lag pod.
The MangaPod.
Perfect.
Perfect. Crazy. We want to get to crazy.
Yes.
Yes.
Who doesn't like crazy?
Huh?
Who doesn't like crazy?
Nobody.
Crazy's great.
What?
If you know what I mean.
If you know what I mean.
Moving on.
Moving on. Okay, let's talk about
Where is this going?
Okay, we're doing MangaPod, Yoku. This is MangaPod.
God, Yoku, stay on track. Jeez.
God,
Come on, you're derailing us.
Yoku, you keep taking so many bird walks. We're trying to talk about Siren.
I'm not doing my job today. I'll be doing my job. I'll be quiet. Let's go.
I'll be quiet. Okay, so all of us kind of touched on the premise of the story. So let's go a little bit more in depth. What were your guys' reactions to the premise of the whole, like, because obviously this kind of game, like y'all said, has been done before in shonen manga, but like, how do you guys feel that it's progressing so far in terms of like ingenuity or originality or anything like that? Like, what are your guys' thoughts on that?
Can I go first?
Yes.
Yeah, you can.
Yes. My mind was blown at some places. They're like...
Oh, mind. I thought you said
like,
Mike.
Yes, I blew up my mic. No, because they're standing on top of this like hill thing, and it's just like, this is Mount Fuji, and they had the wide shot, and I'm like, but no, I thought the story was really well done. Like certain things, like how they used Tetsu, which I thought was a nice throwback to Akira, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you saw how he was like standing, I was like, yeah, that's Akira right there.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I liked how they used like that sort of, he was sort of supplanted with the little ball of core thing. Then they used the powers outside of the world as well, which I thought was quite different and quite unique. You don't really see that very often. I think the last thing that I remember doing that properly was Digimon. I think Digimon did that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think Digimon.
Digital monsters. Sorry.
Digimon.
Anyway, and then of course, like, there's the whole world that's been sort of desecrated with something, which we assume is a meteor hit due to that one newspaper clipping, but we don't know. What is it? We don't know. So I'm about that. And I'm just really drawn into the whole world itself, and the fact that there's psychic users outside as well that haven't even gone in, which was just like, what? These people, and then the whole, just everything is really awesome and intriguing.
Yeah, it adds such an interesting layer because, again, they still, even though they have the same psychic powers, they still can't talk to them about this other world. So it's like, yeah, if you could just train me and not ask questions, that would be real cool.
Yeah.
It's just like, that would
But
be
they only agreed to do that because of the chick.
Yeah,
Because
exactly. Because they're all in love with her.
Yeah.
He proposed to me 22 times. This guy proposed to me 15 times.
I love it. Yeah, and the first and the second time, I thought that they progressed into, like, starting with, oh, we've been transported to a magical, different world, and then being like, just kidding, it's the future. And you're like, what? Awesome. So I really liked that, too.
It makes me really excited to find out what else they're going to reveal. Like, the craziness you're talking about, I'm like, what else are they going to, like, do? Because there's been so many things. The kids being the cause of everything, like that very last, like, huge reveal at the end of 35. Mount Fuji, the fact that it's a future, the fact that they can go back and forth. Like, what else are they going to do? I just want to know. It makes me really, really excited.
Aliens.
They're going to do aliens, Aaron.
Aliens?
Well, it kind of looks like it. The meteor fell, and it's like a couple meters like wider or whatever, and there was nothing found, and there was footprints. Like,
I don't want aliens.
I wonder what that. It might not be aliens. It might be like a cool twist, but yeah, that's
cool
like
twist.
that's like the logical mind thought.
But this
Where
is
your mind
manga,
would go.
Goku. It doesn't have to be logical.
There's no logic in manga, so yeah, you're right. Could be anything.
Uh-oh.
Yoku, what are your... Oh.
Sorry, no, keep going.
I was going to ask what Yoku's thoughts on the premise were.
No, it was interesting. A lot of like anime and manga, especially like nowadays that have been coming out, like the past year, have like a lot of these survival themes to it. Like some big ones like Sword Art Online, Batum, and stuff like that. And they're good on their own or to some certain extent, but this one has its unique like premises and like I guess things added to it that makes it stand out. It's not like your typical one where you're like, another one, they have to survive. Oh, it's graphic here, it's graphic there. Oh, the story, whatever, it's cliche.
Oh, blood again. God.
Yeah, it's like graphic is cool, and actually I did enjoy some of the crazy deaths at the start. Like remember those thugs, like how that guy got his head like pretty much punched off.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
That was awesome.
But they weren't relying on
That was so great.
I was like, my favorite thing.
Yeah, I screen capped that. It was awesome.
It's my home screen on my phone now.
Wow. I can't wait to see you guys when we do Berserk.
Oh man, yeah, we have Berserk on the future list. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be so great.
There's like people like that just shitting himself right now. I'm telling you. After hearing
Wait, in the manga?
No.
In the chat is probably blown up.
In the chat. Like
Yoku's like, spoiler alert, but there's an entire scene where literally every character poops their pants. And Aaron's like, what?
it's like you know how like one of those nuclear explosions, except it's like poop.
You can just imagine like a round of
Oh my god.
the shit mushroom.
But yeah, what I was saying before we started talking about.
Oh, someone has to draw that, please.
Yeah,
That
so
better be drawn by the end of MangaPod.
what I was saying was I like that this manga didn't rely on like those graphic scenes because a lot of these newer series they kind of rely on that like these like wow moments where like this dude gets blown up or his head gets ripped off or like I don't know some crazy punch. So it's kind of cool. Like it did more to it and it had a really cool premise about the whole like they're traveling to the future. I like that as well because it's something I didn't expect that when I first read that at all. I was just like, oh, they travel to some wasteland. Oh, yeah, but no, they're in the future.
Japanese teenagers.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mad Max, Japanese teenagers.
Oh.
But yeah, it was interesting.
It's very interesting.
It was better than I thought it was gonna be, honestly. Like I was looking forward to it, but I just like that there was quite a bit of thought put into it. It's not just because there's a lot of like shonen, especially from Shonen Jump that come out that are kind of that's why they get canceled. This one didn't get canceled for a while.
Yeah.
It got canceled, right?
I think so. I thought it did.
I think that they gave him like a moment or like a time frame to wrap up the story or something like that.
I think that's what
like
happened too.
rushed an ending. It's probably like a rushed ending or something like that.
Yeah, probably. Well, we'll find out because I hope we read all the way to the end.
Oh my gosh, I hope we keep reading it too.
I hope we.
Yeah, and it's like, I mean, it's not like they have different character tropes either. They have all of the standard shonen anime tropes.
Yeah.
But I still love them. I'm still so attached to all of the characters. And rereading it especially, I was like, oh my gosh, I remember you, and had all these feelings. And even though I read it so long ago, I was like, that's a good sign that the characters have been well designed and well written, and that the story is interesting. And yeah. I'm having fun reading it again. So.
Good. I'm glad. Yeah, it's interesting to get your take on it since you're the only one of us who have read it before.
There is so much
It's like the first time Yoku hasn't read something. It's weird.
I know.
Oh, it's true.
I love this one to Dodger.
Thanks, man. In all actuality, he's read all of it. He's just pretending.
Yeah. Aliens.
Aliens and magnets.
Just trying to catch us off guard. That Yoku. Roll with loops.
Yep.
Because there are definitely like the shonen tropes in there, like you were saying. That's nothing. Like I was thinking about it, like it's nothing I haven't really seen before, but it still caught me off guard by how much I enjoyed it and how well written it was. Like the dialogue is very well done. I think the dialogue is very good too, and it's very good at explaining things. I think like there was a lot of parts where I felt confused, but I also thought that like the dialogue, the explanations were very simple, I guess you could say. Like
it's cool. It's cool because they didn't have huge bubbles everywhere where you're like, so much to read. You know, they spread it out throughout the chapters really well. Like a lot of the mangas that we have read, they were good, but you kind of like you felt like you were reading a book. Like, oh, here's all this information. Like on one page, it takes you like 5 minutes to read this one page, but it was
yeah.
Yeah.
I hate manga.
Why am I doing this?
You're in the middle of a fight, man. Stop discussing what's going on and do something.
And even with like the training stuff, like Yoku, I know that you and I both love Yu Yu Hakusho, but Jesus, the training. High five. But like some of the training sequences went on for chapters and chapters and chapters and chapters and chapters, and it's hard. It's hard to like push through sometimes. But with this, I felt like they consolidated that too. And it was like
that's why I prefer the anime when it comes to Hakusho.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, oh, okay, so today we're going to learn burst. And then a couple of chapters later, they're like, cool, you did burst. You're like, yes!
Now let's move on to Rise.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's kind of cool. After they learned Rise, they start to, like, I guess, polish their own techniques, you know, their special techniques. It's kind of cool. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good pace. The pacing was good, pretty much, you can say. Then it was paced out really well.
There was some parts.
I was going to say the pacing I thought was actually quite a little bit fast. In my opinion.
There was parts, I agree with Daza here in some way.
Because it was kind of like, they've gone through the entire, like, that whatever floor or that mission or whatever. They've already gone through it, and it's been like a chapter, which is like 20 pages. That's a little bit fast.
I don't know about that. Like, when they went and fought Tetsuo, and that took a while.
But I wasn't talking about that one. I was talking about the one before that.
Well, the first one was easy. That one was like a cheesecake, you know. It's just standing there.
Yeah, but what they do, they sank people from like a building, and they ran through like.
It was like right out. Yeah. I guess you can say that, but I wanted to say a piece of cake. I don't know. I don't know why it said cheesecake. I wanted to say piece of cake.
It's like a cheesecake. It's just
I'm gonna
standing
get a
there.
cheesecake after. The pacing was like a cheesecake.
The pacing was...
It was full of holes.
I thought the pacing was kind of fast in a lot of parts, mostly noticeable when they would, like, the panels, it didn't feel like the panels were flowing, it just felt like they were jumping from a scene to scene, like when another scene hadn't felt like it completed. Right. That was when it bothered me the most, but I did like the fact of how, like, I did like how quickly they showed the training stuff, because like you said, that can really boggle down a storyline and just spend way too much fudging time on something. But I do agree that it felt very fast, especially when it felt like the scenes were jarred. It jarred the scenes a lot, in my opinion. That's what I thought. That's
I'm not saying that the pacing was bad. I'm just saying it felt fast.
Yeah.
I don't know, like the whole training scenes. I like that they kept down the dialogue, but I would have liked to see maybe a little bit more, because like, you know how it's like, oh, day 2 of training, day 7 of training. That was a little bit too fast. If they showed like a little bit more of a transition, it could have been like for like a page, even not like a whole chapter. It would have been a little bit better. But that's the only, when I think of the pacing, well, when I was reading it, like I don't really see any problem along with that. That's the only thing that kind of bothered me, because I like training, but not like too much where you just like have to read like 20 chapters till this guy is like finally learned.
I still need to see the process of the training, not just like, oh yes, I now have powers.
Look, I know how to do it now.
Yeah. We're definitely gonna see some flashbacks of like what he did those like few days or whatever after he left the granny's house, you know. So
yeah. I think the one time in what we read that I was confused about time, like how much time had passed, was when they were inside, when they were in Siren, and they were going to be fighting Tetsuo, and he was like charging up his weapon, and they were like, oh, well, you know, last time it took him 2 hours to charge that thing up. And I was like, you've been in there for more than 2 hours? I had what? But at the same time, they took the time to say that. So I was like, all right, I guess that's okay.
Yeah, it was kind of the back while you were reading that, was kind of in the back of your mind, like, wait, like, okay, he's charging up, like they're saying it's gonna take him a little bit of time. It's gonna take him like 15
how much
minutes,
time? Yeah.
2 hours. Okay.
Yeah, and that's like that. I also appreciated that because what's his name? The pop star, the idol. He was like bleeding out of his nose and going through a fever, and then suddenly he was like up and chatting with everybody and like coming up with ideas. And I was like, "Why are you awake? What happened?"
His name is Oboro.
But that there was time in between when he got.
Yeah, but then they were like, "Time has passed," you know. And I was like, "Oh, okay."
It's like, okay, this makes sense.
I guess he's over it.
Hang on, I'm gonna look up his name because I forgot it too.
It's Oboro.
Just call him
that's right. It was like the shortest one.
So many O's.
He's kind of precious. He just has so much power, and he's so selfish and pretty.
He's like,
I love
he's got that healing power. And it's just like,
I love he's like, I'm here to hug you anytime you need it.
I know, and he's like,
that's so weird. Say not like that.
He's the Kurama of the whole.
He's totally a Kurama.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's Yoko Kurama, actually.
Lol.
Yeah, but actually there was a lot of similarities. Like Asaga, is that the main character's name? Was it Asaga?
Asaga.
The main characters is.
Oh God.
No, Asaga was the other dude. Asaga was the other dude.
Yoshina.
Ageha. Yoshina Ageha. Yeah, that guy. He was kind of like Yusuke in a way.
He's a very
He's,
but Yusuke is kind of like a standard.
Yeah, main protagonist
character who has hidden inner abilities and.
That he has to learn how to control or
and he's kind of a dummy and nobody expects a lot out of him, and then he has moments of greatness and everybody's confused.
But he wants to fight to protect those things he loves so he doesn't have to lose anything again.
Look, we could do another entirely separate podcast called Tropes. Where we just break down.
And that would be...
Oh, look.
Tropes versus manga?
Tropes versus manga.
Yes. So,
one part about that scene that confused me, I don't know if it was like, because I was reading it, if I was reading it too fast, or...
When they were in the building waiting?
Yeah, when they were in the building waiting, like, the time, it'd be like, okay, 8 p.m. present time, and then it would be like 9 p.m. present time, and it's been 2 hours. I was like, that's not math. That's not the right math. And so I don't know if, like, I was just if I just
Excuse
read
me,
it
sir,
wrong-
that's not math. No.
Incorrect.
Wrong.
But
But I
Aaron,
don't know, did I
there are
miss
different
it?
time
Did I
zones.
miss it?
One's summertime and the other's not in summertime. That's what it was.
What?
Summertime.
Like,
Because they're in the future, they're in different things. Summertime. Not summertime.
Okay,
Uh-huh.
I don't.
Don't worry.
Confusing me.
that's not math.
That's not math.
Daza, that's not bad.
No, but I was wondering, does the time still move forward? Yeah, it still moves.
Yeah.
Maybe it moves slow.
yeah.
Yeah, because like they do say, oh, they're missing. Yeah, but does it move
They have
slower?
nighttime as well. So.
Yeah, they do, but it doesn't get like as dark, I guess.
Yeah.
But does it move? Maybe it moves slower then. Maybe it moves twice as slower now, or something like that. I don't know.
Oh.
No, I don't
Trying
know,
to explain
like,
math.
I just-
No, it's just.
this isn't math pod, you guys. We don't
Guys,
need to
Math.
come on, that's not math.
Come on. That's not math. But no, I didn't know if it was like a translation error or if I just read it wrong with like how it was skipping back and forth. I didn't know if you guys had noticed that, but if it was just me, we don't need to talk about it. I'm with you.
I honestly was not paying attention to those.
Okay.
Anytime it was like, it's this time, I was like, that doesn't mean anything to me, and I just move on.
Oh, it meant a
So.
lot to me, apparently.
Apparently, you had a lot of feelings. I had no feelings.
I can't remember the main characters' names, but I will remember every single number that was inside those tiny little boxes.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, let's talk about Nemesis Q. Let's talk about his whole thing.
Yeah.
What are your guys' thoughts on him as an antagonist?
He looks like a character out of Knights of Ramian.
Yeah? Yeah, sorry, I'm on a podcast. I love you, though. Thank you.
Okay.
Look, I'm very professional.
No, we don't care. I love it.
We all are.
It's whatever.
We said we talk about manga, we didn't say we're professional about it.
Yeah. Welcome to MangaPod.
Where we totally eat on the podcast and
Yeah,
drink
we
whatever
do.
we want,
Yeah, we do.
and our fire alarms go off, and you can't tell us what to do.
Yeah. We went there.
Whatever.
We went, MangaPod, we went there.
We went there. That's an inside joke from an old MangaPod, but now you're part of it.
But look, now you have to go back and watch all of them so that you get the gist.
So you can find it.
YouTube.com/HappiLeeErin.
There's only what, like 14 episodes before this one or something like that, right?
Oh, that's not much. That's like
15.
a day or two.
15.
Math.
Dang.
Whatever
Dang.
comes after the last one is the number we're on.
It's funny how we don't even know what episode we're on.
We don't. Anyway, Nemesis.
Probably like 17. Is Nemesis Q?
Nemesis Q.
What were you saying, Dodger? I think Dodger was like.
Yeah, Dodger was talking. Dodger.
She.
I have, okay, here's a problem. Like, I have a theory, and I don't know if I have this theory because it's already been answered, and I just don't remember. So I'm going to keep my theory to myself.
We don't want to spoil.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I don't
That's
want to
fair.
accidentally be like, I think it might be this thing, and then it turns out it is that thing, and then I'll just know it's because it was that thing. So I'm just going to sit here and play with my cat.
Come here.
Yeah,
Yokurama, Daza, do you have any?
Nemesis Q reminded me very much of what's his name from Mirai Nikki, the head guy from that.
Oh, yeah.
Just in looks.
Yeah, you're
And
totally
the
right.
fact that he
Akina.
chooses people. And
Yeah.
Deus Ex Machina.
Yeah.
And I mean, I haven't seen all of Mirai Nikki, so I can't really comment on how he acts and stuff. But it just reminds me very much of, we're choosing games. You can do it. You get a phone call, and yeah.
He hasn't talked at all, has he?
Not really.
Nemesis Q.
I don't think so.
He had.
Didn't he have
I
that
think he
one
d- he
line
just-
that
What about that power plant thing? That power plant thing was that Nemesis Q?
Yeah.
Or was
Yeah,
that?
Oh,
the-
wait, no, that's
No?
not. That's not.
Oh no, that was the evil.
That was the evil-
dude.
That was evil head dude. Harry.
I'm not even
Oh,
sure if
yeah,
they're
yeah, yeah.
actually on the same team. Maybe Nemesis Q like betrayed those guys because he sent them in. Because the whole thing, like, you know how they're trying to actually stop and like destroy all these humans that are in the future and stuff. And Nemesis Q probably went back with his power, tried to save the world.
Well,
I don't know.
that goes into the thing. What are those? Like, what are those things called again? The evil things, the creatures.
The
Tavo?
Tavo. I know it was like a boo.
They're humans. They're the human race of the future.
Probably
That's
like all.
what I assumed due to the whole
I mean,
transformation.
they did say with Tetsuo that it was remarkable that he had the orb in him, but still maintained his human body.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if, like, and I don't think this is something that I just know, but I'm wondering if all of the creatures that are there used to be humans.
Yep. And then they changed, and maybe Nemesis Q was a human side user from the past or something, like the main character, who's now the future person. Now he's playing the game. Boom!
No, don't do that. Don't do that, man.
I think it has to be somebody less suspecting.
It's like
Futuristic
the teacher could be the teacher.
I thought when they revealed who started the whole the whatever the flyer thing was about, the cult, I thought it was gonna be the teacher that was the one doing it. I was shocked. That's why I was so shocked that it was the kids. Was the Sao guy there? Was it all four of them? Okay.
All four of them. Okay. But about Nemesis Q, we can't really. We don't know anything about Nemesis Q, honestly. He just shows up. Sometimes he shows up like right in front of them and stuff.
We know that he is completely willing to kill.
Yeah.
Because anybody who talks about Siren is immediately killed.
Well, he did spare Oboro, though. Maybe he's part of the destiny. Huh? Oh.
But he didn't let him say anything.
Yeah, but he didn't kill him. A lot of people, like the people that we know that try to talk about it, even the granny's husband. It was hard to think of the title. Right. Granny's.
I thought that maybe it was like
he died right away, you know. So.
Yeah.
I wonder what he was gonna. Oh, wait,
maybe it's the psi power. Maybe it's the psi power that actually made him survive because of the whole healing thing. Maybe he kind of, like, without knowing, was healing himself and he didn't like turn to ash right away.
Oh. That would make sense. Maybe.
Yeah. Because he's naturally talented. He's just like out of nowhere. He just bleeds his nose for an hour, then he gets all powerful.
Yeah.
He learns rise. He learns rise in literally like 5 seconds. He just walks by.
He learns it because it was used on him, right?
I think so. That's what I thought.
It's just like really perceptive that way is kind of the idea, I guess.
He's Kurama, yeah.
Fucking Kurama.
Fucking Kurama.
Just knows how to do everything.
I was surprised about the fact that he just walked up and took what's-his-face's sunglasses. Like NBD.
Yeah.
Grabbed him.
He's a Mary Sue. He's the Mary Sue character. It's just like, I can do anything.
Yeah. I wonder why. Does anybody have an idea as to why he was able to do that? Is it just because, is there something that happens in the future with him? Or did they explain why that happened? Did I miss that?
I don't think so. I'm assuming that it has to do with, because he very much believes in, like, destiny and things. And I'm assuming that it has to do with being able, because they stress so much the ability to believe that you can do something or imagine that you can do something. And I think that since he's already a very spiritual character right from the beginning, he's just able to believe that he can do these things. And it's just like, and did it. Cool.
Yeah.
Bye.
The powers were just unlocked like that.
Mm-hmm.
So he's pretty much very confident. That's all.
Yeah, exactly.
So he's gotta be really confident.
Yeah, but we know he's very confident because he's like a movie star. He's like spoiled. He just like does whatever he wants.
He is very selfish. He's like unabashedly selfish.
Yeah, he totally admits it too. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. He's like, I'm doing this for my own purposes.
Oh my god!
Make myself a better person, or like, because I know you're a part of my destiny, so this is for my own purpose. When he's healing, what's his face, the main guy.
The other healing scene that killed me was when he was healing the other guy, Dragon.
Dragon. Yeah, I call him Dragon.
Yeah, he's like, all right, cool, I'm done. And they're like, whoa, he's healed already? And he's like, no, I'm just bored of this guy, so I'm done. And they're like, no, keep healing him. What? So good.
I love it.
Yeah.
Love him.
Also, we got yet another cat boy. in this
Yes.
manga, which is always appreciated because
What
they're
is it with
always
Catboys
super
and-
weird characters.
What, Daza?
With catboys and bandanas, they always have bandanas.
They always have bandanas.
Dude, and I was like, he's got one, they got one. Just like, why do they always have bandana? They gotta not have a bandana once. That would be a break the stereotype.
It's to hide their ears, Daza.
Do it.
Obviously.
God. You can't just be out in public with cat ears, Daza.
Daza, do you know nothing about anime and manga?
I've been in public with cat ears.
You should wear a bandana next time. Then you'll understand.
No, but you're right. That's like, and that happens a lot. The cat mouth and the constant fang and then the bandana.
Yeah.
And
It's just like kind of weird, overly energetic dudes. So
Yeah,
good.
that kind of like caused trouble for everybody.
Yeah.
And they're not really powerful, but they're nice characters.
Yeah, they never have like any sort of real skill. They're just there.
They're just very sneaky, like a cat. That's what it
I
is.
love how he's like, I'm just gonna slow them down. I don't have anything. I can't do anything. I don't
Yeah.
know what you guys want from me. I don't do
Look,
anything.
I'm just gonna go get rich.
Yeah, remember when he got
And-
punched in the face? He was just like, "What? What
like-
are you punched?"
But he had a good point. He was like, "Why am I being thrown into this training when I haven't done the original training?"
He said
He's like, "How
exactly
do you
what I
know
was
what Psy
thinking.
is? Like, I don't even know what Psy is, and I'm already getting punched around by this guy."
So funny.
So funny. I felt one of the moments that really shocked me was when he found his uncle in the
Oh
thing.
yeah.
That made me so sad. That threw me for a loop. Like I didn't know
I
if the
kinda
dad, the uncle, like you kind of expect it, but like the fact that they were saying that he didn't believe in any of this that was real, and then he totally like saw his uncle there. Like I'm wondering how if that's gonna change him or how like he's going to change like in the future.
Oh, he's probably gonna learn Psy and everything because he's like on the main cover and stuff all the time, so he's a main character.
No, he's got a lot of armor. A lot of armor.
Well,
That's how you
never
know.
mind. I started to like him. Like he was definitely the comic relief in a lot of instances and just super dorky and mischievous and all of that. But I'm really interested to see what they do with his character since he's on the cover.
What about the Snow Queen girl? How do we feel about her?
Amamiya?
Yeah.
Amamiya? All right. She has some moments.
All right.
Yeah,
I guess that tells me all I need to know.
you go on.
Funny, like.
Yes, we can talk
I'm not
about
even
her
gonna-
if we gotta.
We have to talk about her. I was hoping we could skim right over that.
I like her because she is cray. Like I love those weird moments where she's just like, "Oh, did you want to go? Did you want to mess with me right now?" And everybody's like, "Never mind." Like, I really appreciate that because typically whoever the lead girl is in a shonen manga like this, they're just like super confident, badass ladies who have big boobs and do whatever they want. And she's just like a little bit nuts, and I like that.
Oh,
I don't
she's
know.
very nice.
We like the crazy. What can we say?
Yeah, I mean, they're great. She's great.
My first impressions of her when you just see her like in class, like being all this like weird and hearing what she said to the other kids and stuff, and then like seeing her like first time you see her again, and when he already went to Siren, she just like runs up, hugs him and stuff, and
So
Oh.
cute.
so it was kind of like you're kind of sitting like what? Like that's the complete opposite of your character. But then we find out she's crazy. So
I really like her personality because she's very intense and very badass, but she's also has that vulnerable side to
Yeah.
her. Like she's not just one or the other. It just shows that it's realistic in a lot of ways because like nobody is always just this one way or this way. Like she can be like badass with having emotions at the same time. Like she doesn't want to lose anything. She doesn't want to be weak, so that's why she's training. It's just kind of the same as the main character. She just has like a different personality. But
She's got a dynamic personality,
yeah, dynamic is a
Where-
good way to put it.
which is a bit of a contrast to the main shonen character who's very hot-headed.
Mm-hmm.
Who's just
Opposites
like, yes, I
attract.
could do this.
Opposites.
Scream and I get more powerful.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
she's had like plenty of scenes where she's been like, "All right, you can't do this. I can do this. Like, I'm gonna go take care of stuff, you know? And I really like that because, like you were saying, then there are scenes where she's been busy fighting and being awesome, and then she has a moment where she realizes that one of her friends got hurt or that something bad happened, and you just see her just, like, melt a little. Like,
Yeah.
can't handle all these emotions right now, and I'm just like, oh, you poor baby.
Yeah. I really like her. I hope she keeps getting more and more badass.
Yeah.
She's definitely the most original character of the series.
Yeah.
That's no doubt.
Like somebody, Afro Zoro was mentioning that she's actually useful, unlike a lot of other female shonen characters.
She's very useful, yeah.
Sakura. You know, recently we haven't really been doing any Kuroko no Basket references. It's been a lot of Naruto.
I
Like
know.
the last few MangaPod.
I don't get the
Naruto's
Naruto references. I'm just like, oh.
Aww.
Honestly,
Oh, poor Daza hasn't lived through pages and pages of nonsense.
Daz, it's only like chapters. Come on, man. You can marathon that.
Jeez.
A year.
Catch up.
Like a year.
Damn.
But yeah, she's very useful. She gets shit done.
Yeah.
She does stuff.
Yeah.
I like her.
What about you, Daza? Do you like her?
Yeah.
You don't have
Okay,
to.
that was a simple.
No.
What? How
My
do you
first
feel
impression
about her?
was because she had like the white hair and well, it was blue white hair, depending on who colored it. But I thought she was gonna be like very much like a Rei type of character from Evangelion, very secluded but very powerful when she wants to be, and probably when the main character's in trouble.
I would don't like
She's not like that. Thank God.
Damn.
No, she has personality, which is awesome.
Yeah.
And she's not like, and I like the fact that she's not overly sexualized either. I mean, I think the biggest overly sexualized part of that was like a cover page where she's like on the floor and. But then again, the main character also had one where he's like this with his top off, and it's just like, yeah, I'm a
Exactly. They haven't been
She had
even.
Pages.
She had a lot more like cute moments than like I guess sexualized moments. You know, like just have tits like
but it's not like the cute moments aren't like. See, when I think of like cute moments, I think of like K-On, where the girls are very.
That's not the kind
like
of
closed off. It's like I don't know how to deal with the situation. She's like a badass about it.
I'm talking about cute moments like remember when Oboro and Ageha, whatever, the main character?
Dragon. Oh wait, no.
I think his name is Ageha. I was right, yes. But yeah, like remember they went to pick her up when they were going to the granny's house, and she was just like all sleepy and stuff, and and like Ageha's just standing there like so cute. Yeah.
She's like, what does an eclair have to do with anything?
Just
So cute.
yeah, that was pretty.
Yeah, but I was thinking like, stereotypically cute, like Elsie maybe in The World Only Knows, where she's a bumbling idiot. She's not that. And then she's not like a closed, cold off girl either. And she's not overly sexualized. She's like a merge of all these characters and awesome at it, which is awesome.
Two guys are tied up in her room. She's sitting like, I don't know, like 2 meters away.
Hey! Some guys are into that kind of stuff.
Touch me anywhere on my body. You see like you see a Geha, like he's just like powering up.
He's like, yeah.
Dragon's okay, I know what's motivating him.
I love that later on he's like, do you want more holes in your room? I better bring some extra underwear or something like that. Like when he's talking about his training.
I know,
it's
it's like, what makes you think you're ever going in my bedroom again?
Just if she fixed that hole, like.
I know, I was wondering about that hole.
Never show the hole again.
It's a very.
Talk about holes more, guys.
I want to know more about.
I want to know about that hole.
This manga is actually really good about the whole fan service thing. Like even with a character like their teacher that's been through the whole thing, even with her, and she wears more sexualized clothing. They don't do any weird gratuitous shots or anything like that. It's all. I don't know. I think it's
very
all
strange for a Shonen Jump series.
Very strange.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
I
There have
appreciate
been
it.
no
When you look
shot.
at Naruto with like Hinata and stuff, and like Tsunade, and when you look at One Piece with like Nami and Robin and stuff, it's like that's like in the same magazine. So
Yeah.
it's
That was literally in the same magazine. That was done.
so,
Yeah. So
Not
I
even
appreciate that. I think that it does really well with that stuff.
I appreciate that too, because it's like a story doesn't need that stuff to be great. And it's just like the fact, like fans will, like readers will enjoy things without having to have that kind of stuff in it.
Yeah.
So
Which one got cancelled and which one continued though?
you know,
but those
that
those
just
things.
shows the wrong of the world.
No, One Piece is
Japan,
still
get your shit together.
Bring Siren back.
We don't even know like how it's gonna go.
They probably like 10 chapters later after the part we stopped, it just becomes shitty. Like it's the worst ever.
No, guys, no.
It was like a harem show.
they introduced.
They need to find a key in the
Yeah.
wasteland.
Oh my
Amir, whatever, pulls out a key. She's like,
Jesus
"That's
Christ.
Boy,
Yeah,
it's the
all the
end,
girls have keys. No.
it's the end I predicted. The last page of Siren is just like a bunch of keys and locks. It's like
Nemesis
that's
Q
like a-
is
like a
actually
phone.
the main guy from Nisekoi.
Yeah.
And he never found
I
his
created
true
this
love.
world so I could get away from them.
Oh my gosh! Or he's like he
Crossover
couldn't
ever.
find out who the girl was with the key.
He just gave up. Just killed them all.
I love it.
That's it. This is.
You guys, we
Nisekoi.
solved it. We don't need to read anymore.
This is
Done.
prequel
Perfect.
slash sequel to Nisekoi.
That should blow everybody's mind.
So good at stories.
We should be mangaka.
I know. We should just like write a whole.
We should just write the ending for every single manga ever. That should be
One
our thing.
They never get to the One Piece and it was all a dream in Luffy's mind.
That's the end of every single manga we write. It's just it's a dream.
It's also a
Or-
dream.
Or everybody dies because Eren just loves gore. He loves-
I love death.
Everybody
Death-
just dies. Like they just shit themselves and die. It's just like,
Everybody poops themselves
Atomic-
and then they all die.
it's
You
like
know?
the uncle from
There's just
Kabuto's
poop
uncle.
stains.
He couldn't even survive in a shelter of that shit bomb.
So
It's just-
sad.
But
But there was an earthquake, guys, that compromised the entire thing, right?
yeah, it was all
Yes.
earthquakes.
Yeah.
And poop.
And there were earthquakes and poop at the same time.
You
Shit
can't
poop.
Nobody
stop
could handle that.
Can't handle that.
Yeah.
Can we talk about a death really quick that made me kind of angry because it
Yes.
wasn't
Sure.
actually a death?
Yes.
Go ahead.
I thought they. Whoa.
A cat is just like, are you done yet?
What perfect timing for him to run across the
I
kitchen.
know. He was
You're like Q, go, go.
Now's my
But
time.
entrance stage left.
Let's talk about a death, Aaron.
Okay, I thought Dragon when Tatsuro punched his chest, I thought he was gonna die, and not that I didn't like him. I really loved him as a character, but I thought he was gonna die, and that made me really happy because it was gonna be such a turn that they
Right.
never really do. They don't ever kill a character like that. And I know that it's like I know it wouldn't be good for the story because he's a really cool character, but it would have been really interesting to me if they had killed him. See
Yeah.
what happened after that. Like, because it would have been like nobody is safe in this world. Like, even if you have this, like you have to train it and you have to get stronger.
Mhm.
So and then they did the whole he's not dead yet. They missed a fatal organ. There are so
And then
many
they did the-
organs in your body.
Got the healing hugs, Aaron.
I know.
This is
for
Shonen. This is
that.
Shonen Jump.
I
It's not gonna
know.
happen.
That's not an excuse to me. It's just
That's why you read Attack on
People
Titan,
die.
where everybody dies in Attack on Titan. Just read Attack on
No, it was just.
The,
Good to read.
Yeah, the story
reason
of
I-
Attack on Titan is a very different kind of feeling where you would you kind of expect that, but then like
Yeah.
for this, like you wouldn't
It'd be
expect
so
that. It would have
out
been
of
so
yeah.
mind blowing
Yeah.
and like upsetting and would have been perfect, and that's what I wanted. And then they were just. I never understood. Listen, you have a lot of fatal organs like right in this area that if you get stabbed through one, you're not just okay, even if you get
His
a
hand
healing
was
hug.
up, like-
Even
No,
though
I
they did a
don't know
healing
of
hug,
anyone who's been stabbed through the chest and you can see out there out of the side and
they
lives beside
survived.
Goku.
Dragon Ball Z did that right. Just saying.
They
But
died.
this-
Going back.
I have a
Oh,
lot
they-
of feelings
Oh,
about
they totally
that.
sent
Yeah.
for that.
It made me
The
so
reason
mad.
the reason that death pissed me off so much was the fact that he died And then that guy, the handsome kun guy, was just like, oh yeah, I've got this healing ability now. How convenient.
Yes, it made me
It's just like,
so
oh,
angry.
I wonder where that came
It's
from.
convenient.
The
He
manga-
saved both of them. He saved both of them.
I
Like,
know,
Ageha
I didn't want him to save Dragon.
No, but Ageha would have died as well. Like, the main character would have died as well. Remember, his mind, he went insane.
No, the main character didn't have to die. They didn't have to work it like that.
No,
Let me
he
explain
went
it.
insane.
Let me
He went
explain
insane. His mind couldn't handle it.
No, but what? I know his mind couldn't handle it.
Remember, he did that huge, whatever.
No.
Right? Yes.
Yeah, and like the spirit bomb. Yeah, that's the one.
Yes.
And after that, you saw like the dead in his eyes. He was dead. His mind was done.
Let me talk.
Yoku.
Straight up.
What?
I know. What I'm trying to say is that long hair celebrity, it was very convenient that he got that, and I'm glad that he saved main character because he had the spear bomb and he had the dead in his eye and everything was happening. So I know that, but he didn't. They didn't have to make it so that he saved Dragon because Dragon could have still died. That still could have been a thing. You can still save. Yeah, you can still save main guy without saving Dragon. Is what I'm trying to say. Main guy is fine. He is not part of this equation right now. We're talking about Dragon and why he did.
What if he completely ignored the main guy and went just save Dragon?
No.
And then the main.
Someone at least should have died. Let's just say that.
Somebody
Wouldn't have been homosexual undertones with the main character and a side character, and that is unacceptable, Yoku.
We're not parents for Josh.
Come on.
Yeah, there was quite a bit of the. If you're tired, I could always give you a hug, you know.
I know, it was so funny.
Hey, you need a hug? I'm right here. If you need a hug.
Give me a hug.
Dragon was awesome though. We didn't talk much about Dragon.
I know,
Simple
we
that.
should talk about him more. I'm happy he survived, but I'm also sad that he did not die. I am conflicted. I'm going to
I don't know, like, I did not expect him to die at all, I guess. Maybe that's why it didn't bother me one bit, because this is a show. So when I saw it, like, oh, he's stabbed to the chest, oh, it's alright, somebody will heal him, or they'll take him to the hospital or something like that. They'll make it back in time. So it's Shonen Jump. They're not just gonna come off like that.
Now,
It's the main character.
yeah, but the thing is, it kind of cheapens the whole situation because now they know, like, oh, people can't die, and
Not really.
we know that, oh, if we get hurt, we just get healed up by Handsome Kun giving us a massive hug.
It doesn't
sweet.
cheapen it for me
No,
at all.
it cheapens
This
the
is
whole
Shonen
situation.
Jump.
I know, but that's what we're trying to say. That's not an excuse. Like, I
Like,
guess showing.
That's not the point. It cheapens it.
This is too intense. This is the most.
I don't
intense
care if it's
manga
Shonen
ever.
Jump.
No, but it is a Shonen Jump series. That's a whole like section of like manga. You know, main characters rarely die. It just doesn't happen almost ever. And usually when they die, they're revived in some sort of way.
Yeah.
Aaron?
No, I agree. I know that's true.
Goku,
That doesn't.
we
make
spoke
it-
about this earlier. Going against stereotypes is a thing that should happen more often, especially in Shonen Jump. Like, it
not
just the same
happen
sort of
in
story
Shonen Jump,
each
though.
time with different characters. Dead.
It's
What?
like
Sorry?
1% that it could possibly happen. That's why I didn't even have it in the mind that he was dead. Like
Yeah,
I couldn't
totally.
even think about it. It was just like, we'll see him later, you know. Especially the whole thing with Tetsuo. Like they both wanted to save Tetsuo. Obviously Tetsuo is not gonna die either, even though he was supposed to die as well.
I
Like
thought would
For
have
sure
been
he was
great
gonna
as well.
die.
Yeah,
If they
he should
broke
have
his
died.
orb.
Both of them should have died. That would have been a really, really crucial emotional moment, character development. Boom. But no, they didn't. They ruined that.
what if you know what would have been cool already? I think what would have been cool if Ageha actually with his spirit bomb accidentally killed or he got caught, like Dragon got caught in it. Then that would have been like he wouldn't be able to come back at all. Then
The
that
main character kills one of the like most important side characters. That would have been so messed up, Yoku.
Yeah, you
but that would
accept
be
that,
cool.
but nothing else.
That would have been cool because it just shows even more that how he could not control his power, you know, and he would
so
want
dark. Yoku, that's
Yeah.
so dark.
Again, this is Shonen Jump. That would not happen.
Yeah, we're not going to get that. they'd rather hug each other, which they actually do.
Yeah, that's literally what they did. They hugged each other.
That's literally what happened. They hugged each other and everyone was
Kurama
happy.
got bored hugging one of them though, but they forced him to keep
But
hugging.
yeah, but you keep
It
on
was a
hugging.
forced hug.
Keep hugging him or else
You hug, you hug and heal. Don't. We'll come.
keep
You
hugging.
hug and heal.
What?
Hug and heal.
Hug
Hug.
and heal. Do the hug and heal. That has to be a song.
That
someday.
should be a thing.
That
Do the
should be
hugging.
well, hugs tend to feel like they're healing. If a person is sad and you hug them, that brings them joy.
You know?
It heals
know?
them emotionally. It's a metaphor for life. Anyway.
Absolutely.
Hugs
And heels.
and heals. He's forgetting about that
And
part.
heals.
Hugs.
What were we talking about?
Do the Christian side hug. Somebody else knows that song. We were just okay. Somebody in the chat. Okay, somebody in the chat. I can't read their name because it's bright neon green. Soul-Eater. How nice. It's just mentioned Do the Christian Side Hug, and there is a song called Do the Christian Side Hug, and
I know
I
that
was
song.
talking about it this weekend to somebody, and they didn't know what it was. And
I know
somebody
that
said,
song.
How convenient.
Who doesn't know that song, though?
guys.
I
Do
know
that.
that's.
Give me that Christian side hug. Give me that Christian side hug. It's great. You need to look it up. It's called
I'm looking
Christian
it up
Side Hug.
right now.
Give me that Christian
You haven't
side
seen it,
hug.
Dodo?
I can't believe have
I
you
was.
seen
It
that?
was.
Is that ready?
It's like yeah, I've seen that. I know that.
Yeah.
Everyone's
Oh,
seen
there,
that.
David had that link on standby. He was prepared.
David's started his bookmark. It's just like, yeah, I
Me and him were
watch this all the
singing
time.
it the other day. Yeah, that song. But somebody said that in the chat. But yeah, hug and heal. But yeah, no, like I just thought, like Dad was saying, it was just so like it cheapened it for me. But I get that it's a Shonen Jump and that would never happen. But I would have absolutely loved if it had happened. Not that I
Yeah,
don't like that.
if it had spoiler fingers up about a different anime or manga. So if you don't want to
Which
know,
one?
Wait, which one?
Gurren Lagann.
I've never seen
fine.
that.
Are you all
Yeah,
good?
chat-
Are we
okay,
all
chat.
good on that?
Chat,
I'm good.
Hug your ears if you're seen Gurren Lagann.
Cover your ears if you want to watch or read Gurren Lagann later.
Because you don't want to be spoiled about this.
This is a pretty big spoiler. Like
This is gonna be huge.
If it had pulled a Gurren Lagann, then that would have been great because that was one of those situations where you were like, he's not gonna die, and then he totally died.
yeah.
Yes.
So it's like, yeah, I totally understand what you're saying. It would have just given you that moment of like, what? So-
No, I get exactly what Aaron is saying, and I probably would have preferred it happening Aaron's way as well. It's just that it's Shonen Jump. I
Spoiler
said that
fingers
so many-
down. We're not talking about Gurren Lagann anymore.
Everybody dies in Gurren Lagann. Everybody.
Everyone died. Sorry. Whoops.
Yeah,
Let
no.
that slip.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Let's talk about Dragon. Yoku, start our conversation about Dragon.
All right, Dragon was the cool Kuwabara version of this
Who's
team.
cool?
'Cause-
I love that we can literally compare everybody to
Yeah.
Yu
Okay.
He wasn't-
Tetsuo even had like almost Hiei hair.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
perfect. It's so perfect.
yeah. So no, it was cool. I liked the Dragon was cool and all. He's like the tank. He's the tank. If you would be playing like a MMORPG, he would be the tank. Because you remember that punch that he took by that Rise
his Rise
trainer?
ability
He
was
just
literally just taking a punch and being like, "Brr."
That guy's look. I just punched a concrete wall. That's what it felt like, you know. So like he's just a complete tank, and it's funny because like we see him as a kid, and he's just like the biggest crybaby ever, and like a little bit afterwards, like I don't know, 5 years later, he's just this tank, you know. So it's kind of cool, I guess. But I kind of want to know more about him. But the whole Tetsuo and Dragon relationship, I honestly kind of don't care about it. Like I don't care for Tetsuo too much.
They
That's probably
didn't
why.
really give you enough to care, I don't think. Because I don't care about
It's
it.
like
either.
what, 2 pages of backstory?
Like,
Yeah,
I
it was like,
wish
they were
Tetsuo was
besties.
actually. I wish Tetsuo actually like. He kind of joined the Tavu or joined the bad guys. That would have been a lot more interesting as well. You know, like betraying everybody. Like, I don't know. Like he had like some sort of plan, and maybe like because he couldn't like he wasn't that good. You know, his body wasn't that great.
He wanted more power.
Yeah, and, like he went to the dark side, and then Dragon would have to like kind of like take responsibility for him, I guess, and try to
I
like.
literally pull out
make
his
him
dark
out.
side core. Yeah, that's
So
the thing.
That would have been a lot more interesting. Or it would have been the whole.
Oh, sorry. Were your
Digi-
organs supposed to be there?
Digimon.
Oh, now it's done.
You know how Digimon Adventures 2, the what was it?
Ken.
Was it Ken? No.
The main guy was
Digimon-
named Ken. Was evil.
Not
He's
Ken.
Digimon.
Not hit. Yeah, was this Ken?
It was Ken.
I haven't seen that in so long. You recently watched that, haven't you? Or like.
I've got it on DVD right next to me. Yes.
Oh, I'm jelly. I want to rewatch that. It's been
Amazing.
so long.
Yeah, the Digimon Emperor. He's like the I wish he was the Digimon Emperor of the series. That would have been so cool.
But who
Like-
knows? He still could be. He could be like the future person. We don't know because it's time. The wibbly wobbly
That
timey
would
wimey
be
stuff.
stupid. No, I don't want Tetsuo to be the future person. But it's possibility, actually. I could see it happen. I could totally see it happen.
Like I said, it's Shonen Jump. I mean, come on.
Yoku, I love how your mind like jumps. You're like, oh, that's stupid. That's so. Actually, I didn't
Digimon.
want it
What if he's a
happen.
Digimon Emperor? Wait, what? Wait, well, hold on. Wait a minute, guys. Just like,
That was his
love it.
cue. No.
wait, what are we talking about anymore?
Oh, but he's if you guys know Digimon Emperor, right? Like that would have been cool. Like he could have been maybe like saved and taken back to the good side later. You know, that would have been interesting. But him being like, oh, my mind was taking control. I remember everything that happened. I'm mentally bruised now forever or whatever. I don't know.
Mentally bruised.
Mentally bruised.
Not damaged, just bruised.
Bruce,
It will heal.
it'll heal in time.
Oh.
But which time?
Oh.
That's not
God,
mad.
we're just witty bitches up in this manga pod.
MangaPod, we're witty bitches.
Manga pod, witty
We're
bitches.
just gonna have the best shirts ever one day.
I know, right?
I just say.
Why can't we be more popular and Radio Arcade sponsor us? We
No
need that to
kidding.
happen.
I think
yeah.
"We Went There" is our best quote.
We went there.
Monk.
Is definitely.
there.
That ancestral Titan sex needs to have like a picture.
Ancestral Titans.
It's like just censor. It's censored at spots.
Atomic.
Yeah, it's just two Titan butts just touching each other, just barely. And it just says ancestral Titan sex.
So if you look like really closely, they're actually not even touching. It's just like
just
Slivers.
almost. Just
a millimeter.
almost.
Millimeter.
It should be like back to back and the hands are holding throughout the Titan.
Oh
Spoiler
my
finger
gosh.
for Attack on Titan. The hands are holding on Attack on Titan like the people between the little napes of the neck.
Yes.
That's how they reproduce. Boom.
I love it.
That's a spoiler. That's a freaking spoiler. That's how they reproduce. I didn't read that in the manga.
I don't
Not re-
remember that.
You didn't? I've read that in the manga. Was it a manga?
Wait,
It
what?
was
You,
a Gojin machine.
you haven't gotten there yet?
Oh.
They almost touch butts, and then they
Oh.
twist their bodies around. And
Like they just like poop.
Attack on Titan spoilers all up in here.
Welcome to MangaPod.
Uh,
Oh my god.
Really, okay. I really like Dragon a lot. I don't remember. I cannot ever remember his actual name, but
Asaga.
Asaga. I really enjoy him. Like he's so cool, and I love the fact that he was so like nerdy, and the reason he got stronger was because of his friend. Like I know,
Yeah.
I cared even though I know the backstory wasn't super in depth, but I just like the fact that that's how he got to where he was. Like even before he had all his powers, he was doing what the main character does, and that he wants to get stronger to protect, so he doesn't have to lose anything. He wants to get stronger to be something, like build power for somebody else. And so like he was doing that before he even got this other power, and so like that just makes him a little like pretty unique to me in that like most people get the power and then have to realize what to do with it, and that they want to use it to protect, whereas he has always had it even before he it was just been his inward nature to do that. And so I just really like him as a character.
the
Was it-
tiny
was it
version
ju-
of himself is so adorable. Sorry, go on.
No, I just kind of had a thought. Was it
It's
just me?
really cute.
Was it just me, or remember how like they first met, like in the manga, because they already knew each other as kids. But when they
Oh.
first met in the manga, the main character and Dragon, like, did you feel that they knew each other, or like they were complete strangers? Because it felt like he added
was
that.
strangers.
Yeah, like he added that later, like, oh, I actually know you. We went to school together, you know, like already after.
I mean,
came
they
back.
had moments of like recognizing each other later, right?
Yeah, later. No, later. I mean, like during
No,
that.
but, like,
It
time
didn't
Nice
feel
they-
like it was added in. It is
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
it's-
I will
the
admit,
whole time they were there for the first trip to
Yeah.
the future, like there was no sign of them knowing each other at all.
not even a
I'll
hint.
play devil's advocate and say the fact that they were put into a situation that was so out of this world that they probably weren't paying attention to what each other looked like. But I personally think it was not.
God, dude,
That's possible.
this is Shonen Jump, man.
I don't-
It's a jump. It's an article. They just pull it out of their ass and just like, oh yeah, this is a
It
plot point.
It's like it's.
I don't
complete.
know. As twisty as I know the plot gets, I feel like it was planned out pretty well ahead of time. Honestly,
Yeah, but that I'm just.
it would
talking about-
shock me if that was just thrown in there.
Yeah.
He just makes up as it goes along.
Yeah, he's just like, and maybe they knew each other. I don't know. I like drawing this guy, so I guess I'll just keep drawing this guy.
I want to keep him around. Yeah, I
It
don't
was
think...
cool that he was looking for Tetsuo ever since we first found him. The first thing that he said was like, "Oh, have you seen Tetsuo? You know
Yeah.
who Tetsuo?" It's like, So
Oh,
I guess
Can I-
that was planned.
Can I bring up another manga just really briefly?
yeah, you can.
Look,
Well,
I will never stop being butthurt that the reason that Kubotide just stopped drawing Grimjaw is because he didn't like drawing Grimjaw.
Oh, right?
I will never stop being angry about that. That's it. So anytime there's like a character that stops showing up in a manga now. Hi, David.
Anything else?
No, thank you, sir. You're studly. You need to bend down a little.
He's not wearing a shirt. Oh my god. This is not the first time this has happened to me on Skype with Erin, though. I will admit.
This has happened so many times. You're so handsome. Thank you for the
That
water.
there.
You're my
That there.
favorite.
Right, is-
You're the
Thank-
best David ever. Yeah.
Aaron, you didn't tip him.
Yeah, what the heck, Aaron? Wow.
How could you?
I'll do it later. It's fine.
Worst ever.
I'm the worst wife ever.
But yeah. That's all I was trying to
Oh,
say.
you're about the whole Grimjaw thing. I know. That's
If you,
bull.
yeah, if as a mangaka, you're like, look, the character stopped showing up because I don't like to draw that character. I'm like, then you are phoning in this entire storyline. If you just like were able to just decide to stop drawing a character, that makes me so angry.
I don't know why he would even think that. Grimjaw has such a good design.
He was the best. He was the best character. He has
Yeah.
such a huge fan base. People love him.
I've not even read, like, I haven't read a lot of Bleach, but I've seen Grimjaw, and I think he's the most badass looking character of all.
Yeah,
Bleach.
and he was kind of like the Arankar Espada like rival for Ichigo, like the main character, which was.
Yeah.
And he just stopped.
awesome.
And they never even show how he died. They just like assumed that he died. He's just lying there.
That's why for so long I was like, maybe he'll. Oh, spoiler finger. That's why for so long I was like, maybe he'll come back. Like we didn't see him die. We literally have no idea what happened to him, and we saw everybody else die. And then, so much longer later, Kubo was like, "Oh, yeah, you know, I'm just like his hair.
There was
is
that.
big
Okay,
to draw."
there's-
And I was like,
I got the finger up as well. There was this chapter that was released before Bleach movie, I think 4, the Hell chapter or whatever like that, where they showed like the Hell and Grimjaw was there. So that means he like that's where he officially showed. And that wasn't even in the manga. That was like a side chapter. That was like a 0.5 chapter. So
"I hate you, Titty
No.
Kubo.
Did it,
Titty.
Kubo?
Titty Kubo, you and I are fighting." Spoiler fingers down.
right now.
As of right now,
Right
you
now?
are my nemesis. So enjoy that.
Nemesis Q.
Yeah. Yes.
It's actually Grimwow.
It's actually Grimjaw.
Grimjow.
He just like switched mangas. He's like, I'm done with this bullshit.
Yeah,
So
for
he
real.
switched.
It's like, this guy don't appreciate me or my character design. Whatever.
What?
Take me and my bone jaw out of here.
Should we make bets, like completely like random bets of who Nemesis Q is? Just like
I'm not
randomly-
going to.
Well, not, except you, obviously, because you're like. Oh, it's a spoiler, but I know. Oh, spoiler.
Look, maybe.
Yeah, we can do that. Do we want to do that now, or do we want to talk about art really quick first, or do we want to do that?
We should do art first.
Should we do art first and then do bets
Yeah.
and then do rating and final thoughts?
Yes.
I just looked
And
at the
fuck sure.
I just look at the clock and I realize that like we're doing right on time.
We've talked a lot about this manga already.
Which is really great because I didn't know if we were going to be able to talk a lot about it, but I'm really happy that we have.
It's always like that.
Let's talk
We
about
have lots
art.
of feelings about this manga.
There was a lot of feelings. It was a good one. Okay, art. Huh?
Uh-huh.
What?
Art. I really enjoyed the art. Like, it was pretty standard Shonen Jump art, but I really liked it. I thought it was very clean. I thought the character designs were awesome, and I thought the world was really neatly done. Even though it's like just dust and stuff, but it was still really cool with everything. Like, I really enjoyed it. I really liked the facial expressions on everybody, too. Like, the funny little comic stuff was really cute. And really well done.
I agree, because it's like the art style is very much a shonen art style, but it had enough differences that it was interesting to read and interesting to look at. And it's not as far, it wasn't as far as like One Piece art, but it wasn't like Dragon Ball Z art. It was like a nice, there were some artistic differences that I really liked, but it was very clean.
Yeah.
Yoku?
It was cool.
Yoku's deep. He's deep in there.
What are you staring at?
I was looking at the chat.
Oh.
Nah, it was cool. That's pretty much all. I didn't have a problem with it. I didn't think it was the greatest thing. It was good. I guess good looking. I guess it wasn't any moment where I was kind of like I can't read this. It's so bad. But it wasn't anywhere I was just like, oh, this is amazing. Look at this detail. So it's kind of average, I guess.
I thought it was very very clean, especially for like the start of a manga. Normally when you get like a start of a manga, it's always like
Yeah.
yeah. But I thought it was quite nice how it already started out looking quite nice. And like you said, it's a shonen. It looks shonen. There's no doubt about it. It's
I've said
typical
shonen so many times this episode. It's crazy.
Shonen. Good.
But I quite like the style. I like shonen style. It's very easy to read. It's not bad. It's not good. It's just there. I thought this was on the good scale a lot more than like the bad scale, and I did like the page spreads as well. Like when they had the whole Tetsu was just like having a whole Akira moment where it's just like thing. I thought that was I thought it looked really nice personally. There was also panels where it was just the face. So
yeah.
So
Right,
I
it
enjoyed
was very
the art
engaging.
style.
Yeah.
And yeah, I thought it was good. I thought he did a really good job, especially for the start of the manga. The start looked really good, and it was from the I checked, and it was from the actual Shonen Jump. It was Shonen Jump scans, at least the ones I.
Oh.
That's cool.
So well, you can
Probably
really
right.
tell if it's blue at the start. If you guys had blue at the start of your chapters,
Yeah.
that's normally means it was from Jump.
Right.
So,
Yeah, because they use yellow pages, quality
Yeah.
pages.
That's cool.
So yeah, so knowing that means the actual volume art is probably a lot better as well.
Oh yeah,
So that's good.
it's probably even cleaner.
Yeah, it is.
Cleaner.
How could it be any more cleaner? I don't understand.
So clean, so deep.
I have two things
Yeah.
really quick I wanted to touch on.
Yes.
Dodger, can you find any fanfic summaries really fast for Dodger?
Oh, there was.
fanfics?
I did find
Did you
one.
find one? Okay.
Yeah.
You do that. I also want to talk about Teacher more, since we haven't really talked about her that much. Just I know that we've
Be like, oh,
we've
One Piece
talked a lot,
whatever.
but I know, but I just want to talk about Teacher. I really like her. Like, she is so cool, and she's also so interesting that she's completed she's run out of Siren points or whatever it was. I just think she's really neat, and the fact that she wants to go back in, I'm trying to figure out what, I feel like she's hiding something. She has a huge hidden motivation behind all of this.
Right.
But, so I want to know what her motivation is, but I also think she's really awesome. She's not overly intense, but she's also a very good teacher. in my
Yeah.
opinion. But what about you guys?
Yeah.
How do you feel about Teach?
I really like her. I don't necessarily feel like she's hiding something, but more that she just feels useless. She's trying to help all of these people be strong enough so that they're able to do what she wishes she was able to do.
That makes
And she's
sense.
very frustrated, waiting behind while everybody goes and does all of this work that she wanted so badly to do. But I don't know. I I do think that she's a really cool, interesting character. And I hope that we see more of her.
I hope so too.
Yes.
We probably will see more. I got a thought.
You just had an Aaron moment.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. No, I was thinking. You think she's gonna actually get back into the world somehow? Maybe.
Probably.
They never.
Because Mrs. Q has some interest in her because like he keeps appearing.
No, I mean
around.
she's not like she's
Yeah.
unattractive, so of
What's
course
that
he's got
on?
some interest in her.
He proposed to her like 15 times and she just keeps turning him down.
Yeah.
Yeah, but probably. But yeah, it would be really cool if like somehow she like gets back in there because then shit's gonna go down.
Yeah.
I would love that. They didn't answer. Didn't she say? Did I miss something? But like she looked at Nemesis Q and was like, "Don't you want to refill my card or something and let me back in?" And did they never come back to that? Did I just skip the conclusion on that on accident? Did anyone?
I missed that as well, actually.
Like they didn't come back to. They were just like, "Okay, it's time for us to go back to the world," but they never touched on her going back to when she said that.
Well, Nemesis Q never responds to anything.
Did they
So
just?
I think it was just.
It just
I mean-
ended, and then like, but they didn't. I think that's one of the things where I was saying about how it jumps from thing to thing. Like,
I
I
think
know
she
she
might
got left
actually
behind,
went to
but-
the world.
there was never anything like she said that, and then the chapter ended, and like with like Nemesis Q looking at her, and then it never came back to it. She was just back in the world. So like you assume that he didn't respond to her, but like it was just a very thing. I don't know if I missed it, but it would be weird if it got left out. Like it felt weird. Does no one else know what I'm talking about?
There should have been
I-
a page where it's like looking
had-
down at her and she's just like, "Are you gonna respond?" He's just like,
Okay, I missed that.
"But no, there should have been. There
Oh, there
wasn't."
should have been. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, there should have been.
Maybe we.
I don't remember that
we're
being a
not
problem
getting-
with what
We're
I
not
read.
getting enough information, maybe from the teacher. Maybe she knows more than we think she does. Because, like I said, Nemesis Q appears around her once in a while, so
Mhm.
maybe they have some sort of plan together. I don't know. maybe.
Didn't she already have something that she didn't actually tell?
Yeah,
what
about
the
the
Yeah,
place
she already
about?
has one
going
thing,
to the
yeah.
tower.
Which
How?
I thought again was another like plot ass pull, but whatever. It was kind of like, "Oh, this happened. You didn't tell me about that." Because I just thought of it. But yeah, so she could have other secrets that we
Yeah,
don't
I think
know
she
about.
knows more than she's kind of letting off to these
Well,
newbies.
she's finished the entire thing. She's got to know at least a lot.
These guys are
more
like
than what
little. I know they stuff so much like stuff on their card, and like they already know what happened about the wild and all that stuff. So I think the teacher knows a lot more than
Yeah.
And what she's
than
A lot
they
more.
think.
But I like the teacher. I didn't get to say that. I quite liked her.
I
like
hate
the
her
fact-
so much. I'm just kidding.
I think.
Oh, damn!
I was like, I want to hear a differing opinion. Tell me.
She's
Okay,
She's-
Yoku, why don't you like her?
Nah, it's not that I don't like her. I just didn't care for her too much. She's funny. She's funny with the whole like jokes, but I don't know.
She's got jokes. She's got
I want to see more of her. I can't say that like, oh, she's so awesome and stuff
Well, I
until you
liked
see
it
more.
'cause
Because
she's
she's
like,
powerful. We know she's like really powerful, and I would like to see
She's
her
a
do
pianist.
way more stuff.
Yeah, that's why I
Yeah.
like her. 'Cause you don't see that very often.
Ah.
In manga.
Ah.
She likes the pianist thing.
Apparently she doesn't. She's turned down like every single suit ever.
Yeah, she doesn't like those.
Well, she does hang around with a high school girl, so.
It's true. She grew up with boobies in a scene. That happened.
And the girl didn't care at all.
She was like,
She's like, "Come."
Yeah, sensei.
cool.
Sensei.
Hey,
Sensei.
got keys.
Hi, Sensei.
Well, shall we read the fanfiction spotlight
Yes.
summary for
Yes,
the
please.
week?
Yes, we should.
This one is entitled A Story of Love. Oboro remembered the first time he had sex. Yeah, he was never doing that again. Yeah.
Did it say who he had sex with?
There are no warnings on this fanfic. It was not followed up by any warnings, no pairings, no word length.
Maybe that's the whole story. Maybe that's
That's literally the end.
That's probably not even the summary. That's just the whole thing.
Oh my
Thank you.
God.
Thank you
That was
for
thrilling.
listening.
Thrilling.
Oh my gosh, that was very entertaining.
Thank you.
Uh,
I like it.
Sounds like somebody just fell outside of my door. My house is very lively
I
tonight.
was like, wow, there is so much happening over
They
at the
couldn't.
house.
They probably couldn't like.
They listened to the
maintain-
fanfic
yeah.
summary and just fainted.
They just like, I can't. I
No,
just,
he's an idol and he had sex. Oh my gosh, how did that be a thing?
But I don't know with who.
How could that be a thing?
So many
Well,
people.
actually, idols in Japan, if they have sex, they actually lose their titles of idol because they're not supposed to. They're supposed to
That's
stay
true.
pure.
That's very.
So yeah.
He was never doing that again.
It's apparently not. Maybe something bad. Maybe
That's good.
you're supposed to use your imagination, like Siren tells you to.
Right?
It's just canon.
I believe that he had sex with himself.
Mm.
From
So
the
that he
future.
could still be an idol.
I don't want to
Yep.
imagine that. I just don't want to like imagine
You're
that.
imagining it already. Just let it
They
happen.
had, like had a healing.
I'm
pact.
reading the comments.
It
All
was a
right.
healing hug. He heel hugged himself.
It's like,
I'm like, ooh, I like this. This is nice and warm.
this is good. I like this. More of this. Yes. Mm-hmm.
I like it. Oh,
Scratching.
your arms.
Ah, good times.
MangaPod.
Shall we give our
Fine.
ratings?
Yeah, well, we're gonna do bets first. Bets, and then we'll give our ratings.
Oh.
All right.
Anybody
Who's gonna
wants-
give?
I'll hang out. I'll hang out during this part.
I'm just gonna throw out like a random guess. I think it's
Yeah.
just some like random dude is just was walking by. No, I'm just kidding. I think it's the uncle. I think it'd be very cool if it was the uncle.
No.
That
Well,
is
they-
right. Is anybody writing
Nemesis
down? We need a writer.
Nope.
Because
Doctor-
we did not see like remember when those guys appeared
I have a pen.
or whatever they were talking about the wild. Did we not see? We didn't see Nemesis Q. He wasn't like among them, wasn't he?
Among
They
who?
looked a little bit different.
Um,
Hang on. Oh, I broke my Sharpie. It's fine. Okay.
good job, Aaron. Good job.
Thanks.
So Nemesis Q being the uncle.
Because I think the uncle has a lot more to it than just like he just dies. That's kind of a wasted opportunity of like showing that whole bunker and stuff, and like I wish there's more to
It,
it.
it would
That's-
make
that's-
sense why his house is still kind of standing.
Yeah.
That's true.
But-
He's leaving clues for them, maybe?
Possibly. That's why like
I
some
think-
stuff really like got destroyed and some stuff is still fine.
I
The
think,
TV still works, so.
Aaron?
Oh, I think that Nemesis Q is actually a good guy.
Yeah.
I think he's part of the main trio or the main characters just from the future.
Okay, so
Like he's see, I personally think he's like what's his name? That's the wrong. That's the
Dragon?
wrong mouth. No, he's
The main character?
Ageha.
The main
Yeah,
character?
main character, but he's been like transformed due to like his power has transformed
bomb?
everything, and then he has the whole. He might have like one of those core things maybe that transformed his face and stuff. And that's why he wears the masks. I don't know, but yeah, I think it's him. So
I don't know.
okay, so
I don't
is anyone
know.
is anyone betting against Yokurama that Nemesis Q is the uncle? I don't think it's the uncle.
I don't think it's uncle.
Oh man, 2 against 1.
Okay.
Gosh.
Daza.
I'm betting against Daza that it's Ageha. I don't think it's Ageha.
Okay.
Because that would be, even for a shonen, that would be a little bit too much cliche, but I could totally see it happening, like 90%.
Again,
like,
it showed a jump, yo.
Yeah, yeah. I don't want it to be Ageha at all. That would be kind of lame.
I mean, I'd rather it not be him, but
What about you, Aaron? Who do you think?
I don't think it's either of those.
No, you're going against both of us?
I'm
Gosh,
going
Oh.
against both of you. Hold up.
getting cocky, eh?
The enemy-
Hang on, I'm
the
writing.
enemy of
Writing
me
takes
is
a
my
long
friend.
time.
the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
I think that
It's Grim Joe.
It's Grim Joe.
It's Obito.
Yes.
I think that Nemesis
He, like,
Q.
hops them.
Could he? I I think Nemesis Q is one of the children who started everything and then regrets it, and so he's trying to set it right by sending people back to change the past or change the future or whatever. He's trying to give people the powers in the past so that they can prevent it from happening again.
Mm-hmm.
That's mine.
Can we also put a bet on that we'll never ever know who it is?
Yes.
That they won't like let us know at all. They're just gonna like not tell
They're
us.
just gonna leave it open. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that would be so dumb.
Or like have it like, oh, he came from the meteor.
It's
And that's it.
It's an alien.
You know.
Spoiler alert.
Okay. So somebody is anybody betting against me?
We're all betting against you. You're
Yeah.
betting against us.
Well, okay then.
We'll take you down.
Okay, now what are we betting? Around me, I have a K-On keychain thing and an actual USB key. So that's what I'm betting.
My wallet.
Oh, has it got anything in it?
I have like $5 in there.
Oh, sweet. That's like $6 Australian. Awesome.
I have Star Trek Uno cards.
Oh!
What?
You're
want
just like,
those.
oh,
Hold
I'm
up.
I want to-
definitely
up.
betting against you.
There might be a husband running in here to yell at
I
me.
was just gonna say, wait, has that been okayed?
oh my gosh.
No.
He never plays Uno. He hates Uno.
It's Star Trek Uno card. That's a whole different
It's not
thing.
the Uno's not the game.
I
It's the
know.
pictures.
It's the pictures.
It's the pictures.
Okay, well now I just have a plate with ketchup on it, so that's mine.
Well,
You
I can bet you,
better preserve that plate.
Aaron, if you really want, I have like season 1 of
I like
the
ketchup.
guild that you can use if you want.
I can
If you want to
what?
use, you can use that.
Oh,
Season 1
okay,
of the
I'll
guild.
use that. I use season 1 of the
Okay.
guild.
Yep.
No, this
Actually, no,
is
season
my
1 and
ketchup. This is my ketchup. This isn't David's ketchup. This one's mine.
Oh.
My ketchup.
You do always need his and hers ketchup.
like ketchup my Uno.
My ketchup, my Uno. I'm betting Daz's copy of the guild.
Uh-huh.
It's an Australian copy as well, so it won't work on US DVD players. I'm sorry.
So I'll
guys.
make it work.
Oh, well.
What? Bull.
Actually, it might be multi-region, maybe. No, it's not. It's not. Maybe. Doesn't say it. Actually.
Can we bet that somebody's gonna die? I think teacher's gonna die. I think teacher's
Okay.
gonna die. Anybody?
What?
Yeah. What?
Oh, you're still betting. Okay. Sorry. I'm out.
My internet timed out for a second.
Oh, really? Nobody replied to me. Everyone was just staring at
I
me.
just don't have it. I'm just like, yeah, that could be a thing.
Anybody?
I
I
I'm
think
trying to think of another character which could die.
I think teacher is going to die.
I don't really care about any other characters all that much.
Okay, well that's not what we're betting. We're not betting about your feelings, Daza.
I thought it was all about feelings, Aaron.
We're
I thought that was
betting.
the point of the whole MangaPod was to talk about our feelings. Don't we
No.
say that at the start? We talk about our feelings about the manga.
That's true. But right now, we're taking bets.
Actually, I probably agree with you. The teacher probably will die,
Teacher
to be
dies.
honest.
Okay. Does anyone disagree? Yoku, do you disagree?
I disagree. I don't think anyone will die.
What?
Like from the main cast. The main cast, I mean.
Someone has
like-
to. I'm gonna.
The
What?
top team,
Those-
the teacher.
Those healing
and-
hugs aren't gonna do everything forever.
Oh, they're gonna do everything.
Well, the thing is, I don't believe any main character will die. The only main character who's not really that important is Kabuto.
And he's getting
Well,
development right now, though. So
He's getting development right now, and he's the comic relief, so they can't get rid of that.
Here's the bets.
Damn, that's a lot of bets.
So many bets.
It's 5.
It's beautiful.
It's a
It
lot
just
of
looks bigger
bets.
because I have really giant hands.
God, you're when you write down bets, it's so much cleaner. When I write down bets, it's like
It's like on the back of
Can't
a
even
receipt.
read it.
It's on the back of a receipt.
Like back of a
I
Walmart
just happen
receipt.
to have some printer paper right next to me, so. But there we go. Okay, does anyone have any more bets? Should we give final thoughts and ratings? Because we're coming over an hour and 40 minutes. We're doing
This-
great this
I'm
MangaPod.
No.
This is like make a manga pod. Make a manga pod.
The Megapod.
This is the MangaPod.
Metapod.
New characters.
No.
Oh. Okay, anybody want to go first?
The ratings.
Ratings,
right?
final thoughts.
All right, I'll give this first 35 chapters a 7.5. It was fun. It was a fun read, but in the end, like I said many times, it's a Shonen Jump series, and I went into it without pretty much expecting any huge twists, and I didn't get that. There was some surprises, like the whole like time travel and stuff, which was really cool, but yeah, but apart from that, there wasn't really anything where I was just like, what, you know? So a 7.5 above average. So definitely worth a check out. Definitely gonna read more. I can't wait till we do more for this because, like Dodger says, it should get crazy. So that's gonna. I can't wait for that. So hopefully my score will go up before the end, and hopefully the end is not gonna be shit, so that it won't go down. So that's my.
Going off of the section that we read, I would give it an 8. Because I love the art and I love the story. And the characters are great, and it's fun, and etc., etc., etc. So, trying to detach my brain from the things that I know are going to happen, and just rating this section, I'd give it an 8.
That's really hard to do though when you read further.
It's so hard. I was like, I'll go with an 8. Go with an 8.
I'm gonna go with an 8 as well. Because
Yay!
exactly all the same reasons, except, like, I mean, I haven't read further, obviously, but I really enjoyed the art, I really liked the characters, and I thought that the story is incredibly interesting. I don't think it's necessarily ingenuitive in any way, but it was a lot of fun, and it definitely had some moments that, that made me be like, whoa. So I thought it was really cool. It's a really interesting setup, and I'm really excited to see what they do with more of it. So this part, I'm going to give it an 8.
I am going to give it a 7 because
Damn.
Like Yoki said, it's very average shonen.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they haven't done anything new. Everything that they've done, we've seen before. Like as soon as I'm reading something, I'm just like cliche. Oh, this is a new take. Oh, cliche. The art was very nice. I will admit that. I appreciated the nice art, but they haven't done anything new. The mind-blowing stuff was just very twisty at points, and I thought it did pull out a lot of arse pulls, even if they weren't like, even if they were like written in beforehand, they still seemed like they just came out of nowhere. Which isn't good. You know.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if it's like, oh, we planned this like years ago, but if it looks like an asshole, it's still an asshole. It doesn't matter. You know?
Yeah, exactly. That's why I give it a 7 because it's better than average for me. So yeah, enjoyment though, I will give it like an 8.5 because I really enjoyed it. Because I as much as I'm saying, oh, twisty, I like twists.
Yeah.
So
Twist.
I mean, I'm a fan of Doctor Who, and Doctor Who pulls those twists like every 5 minutes.
Twisty as it gets.
You know, and I still love it. So what can I say? So I really enjoyed it, but critically, I just
Yeah.
I love that you always give 2 scores. You're like, no, look.
No, I have to give like a critical
Break it
score.
down.
Like my reviewer mind is just like it's like this, but I still enjoy it. So I have
It's
to be
fun.
like,
Yeah,
Yes.
it's enjoyment.
I feel you.
Awesome.
So yeah, I think an average of 7.5 cheesecakes. I think that's
7.5 cheesecakes just standing there.
Yep.
Boom, yeah.
just
Like
just
cheesecake
standing there. That's
Yes.
the rating.
I
for
want the
Siren.
MangaPod shirt just to be a cheesecake, like with legs, just standing on
And
a
it's just and you like have like wind blowing in the background.
Yes.
Just standing there.
8 with an 8. Awesome.
Oh, God.
So
My
we're reading
voice
next week.
squeaked. I'm okay.
What are we reading next?
Next week, let me pull up the thing. I am completely unprepared.
I've got it up already. It's
Oh,
alright.
well, why do you make him pull it up then?
Because you're the host. You're like the main host. You're supposed to
all
like do.
hosts. We're all.
God.
Oh, I accidentally. I was trying to type in MangaPod subreddit, and I went reddit.com/r/man. It's a very different kind of subreddit.
That's like when I was...
Next week.
Yes.
What? Sorry?
No, go for
Next week we're going to be reading Sailor Moon. We're going to be reading
You
chapters...
guys raised your hand at exactly the same time. That was funny.
it. Yes.
We're going to be reading chapters 1 to 35, just like we did this week.
Awesome.
And it's going to be awesome. So, Dr. Dada, do you want to give your Deck Dozen review? Yes, I do. Okay. Tsukino Usagi is 14 years old and in her second year of middle school. She's a bit of a crybaby and a klutz. However, she can transform into a warrior of justice, Sailor Moon. An eternal classic that should be read by all, and that's all that it says.
Yeah.
Yay! I'm excited. We originally put this here because the Sailor Moon anime was supposed to begin airing when we read it.
Whatever.
And that didn't happen.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Damn it, Toy. Damn it.
It's still good to read it.
Yeah, I'm so really excited.
I won't be here next time, guys. I won't
I mean,
be here.
oh, Goku.
He's
Such
like,
a judger. Such a judger.
yeah, this is my second time skipping a manga podcast.
Oh wait, are
Sucks.
you actually gonna be on?
Yeah, I will be gone.
Just because of Sailor Moon?
Yeah, I hate Sailor Moon so much. It's the worst piece of
Oh, you're
magic ever.
He's
magic.
But no, I won't be here because I'll be actually on the road. I'm driving up to Detroit, Michigan, and that's because of work, and I'll be there for about a week. Hopefully, I'll be back in time for the manga pod after the Sailor Moon one, but I should be back. I should be
Okay.
back.
Well,
So,
okay.
why are you
I
so
was like,
surprised?
wait.
I said this like on Skype before.
I know. Now that we're talking, I remember.
Yeah, you're like, what? You're not gonna be here?
I was like,
oh my gosh.
Wait a minute.
Dude, this is brand new information.
Nonsense.
Like, you're supposed to tell us ahead of time.
Gosh dang it, Yoku. This is not how I was supposed to find
This
out.
is a job, Yoku. 30 days notice.
God damn it.
Jeez.
The person that wrote "Yay, no Yoku" in the chat suck.
Sorry, that was my new username.
You
Sorry
suck.
about that.
You're made of
Like, you suck.
magic.
Oh man.
You piece of magic.
You piece
The
of
worst
magic.
piece of magic. But
Okay.
yeah, I'll still be reading it. I'll hopefully I'll be able to somehow be in the chat if possible.
Awesome.
Because I'll be like switching off driving with my brother, so I don't know how the Twitch app works on iPhone.
I guess we'll see.
We'll figure it out.
Not very well. Let me just admit that.
Probably, I
At the
can
very
imagine.
least, watching and being in chat at the same time on an iPhone is probably gonna blow. So
Yeah.
enjoy
I mean,
that.
I love Twitch. Twitch, you're amazing, but your app is kind of wank.
Your app sucks a little bit. Just ever so slightly.
And the fact that you don't actually host
Times
anything
1,000.
other than the top 100. But anyway,
Lol.
Okay, well, we are also, speaking of things that we're going to be reading in the future, we are finalizing our schedule all the way out through the end of the year. That will be up later this week. We'll post it into the subreddit, and we'll also tweet it, and I'll post it on my Tumblr, and I'm sure I'll find another place to put it. But, like, it'll for sure be
And
on
we'll all
the subreddit.
reblog and retweet and
Yeah.
All that
The
nonsense, so that'll be up later this week.
usual.
if you follow us on Twitter, you shall know.
Yes, you will.
You should be
know.
following us on Twitter because we're
We have-
silly.
Where can you
We
find
have
us on
awesome
Twitter?
conversations.
Silly people. Oh no, do I have to remember all of them? Wait, okay.
No,
so
I was gonna. You go ahead. You try.
Oh, no, you
I
go
wanna
ahead. I
see.
want to see this.
I want to see. Okay. Yokurama is at Yokurama Talks. Erin is at HappiLeeErin. Daza is at Dr. Daza. And I am at DexBonus.
Yeah.
Yay.
If you want to find us on anything else other than Twitter, all of my stuff is at HappiLeeErin, youtube.com/HappiLeeErin, where you can also watch the VOD of this and previous manga pods, as well as anime reviews and Kuroko no Basket chapter reviews, and other stuff that I feel like doing, vlogs and such. So that's where you can find me. How about you guys? Anything else? You want to do anything else? Dodger, where you can find you?
I have a gaming channel, youtube.com/presshearttocontinue, where I do gaming news Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I've started a Dead Space 3 co-op with Jesse Cox, if you know who he is, so that's been going up as well.
Who's Jesse Cox?
Huh?
Who's Jesse Cox?
He's a guy.
He's an amazing man.
He's a guy with an unfortunate or fortunate last name, depending on how you look. And then I have another channel where I do daily vlogs, youtube.com/dexteritybonus. And my Tumblr is dexbonus. And that's it.
Awesome.
Sweet. You can.
Or is
you
it
can
dexterity
find-
bonus? Shit.
Well, you
It's
forgot.
dexterity. No, it's dex bonus, right?
It's dexbonus.
Yeah.
Dexbonus.tumblr.com. Okay, I'm done.
You can find me on youtube.com/Yokurama Game Talk, where I talk about anime and I never talk about games. You can find me on Yokurama News. You can find me at youtube.com/Yokurama News, where I do episode reviews and I rarely talk about news. Twitter, we already mentioned Twitter, where I just repost and retweet everybody. Tumblr is just Yokurama. Just search Yokurama, you'll find me. And I think that's everything. That should be everything. My anime list, Yokurama. Crunchyroll, Yokurama. Just Yokurama everywhere.
Yokurama all the time.
You can find me on YouTube at Flying from Nippon. I do anime reviews that I spend too much time doing, and it does my head in sometimes, but I still do them, and I love them. I have a second channel, which is the Dr. Dazzler, and I do other stuff on there that randomly shouldn't go on my first channel because they're piles of wank videos, but I still enjoy doing them. And you can find me on Tumblr at what is it? FlyingFromNippon.com. Yes.
Get closer. I can't find you. I can't find you, man.
Everyone's so
Where are you?
Dazzy, you're so far away!
This is as far as my headphones go. Oh, no.
You should have fell out of your chair. That would have been so much
That's
more.
as far as mine go. Not very far at all.
Aw, mine don't go past this.
Can you guys
That's as
still
far
hear-
as mine go. No. All right.
Awesome. Okay, next week we'll be once again reading Sailor Moon chapters 1 through 35, correct? Yeah.
Yeah, I'll still be here, but I'll be wearing a green wig. I
Your
guess.
grandma will be wearing a green wig next week. Gonna be all sorts of tsun-tsun. Probably won't even talk to us. Whatever.
Probably won't
We're
even
used to it.
deem
I
us
need like a
worthy
button
of
that just
speech.
goes Barker. Like, random-
We just have a
You guys-
soundboard.
You
that
guys,
just constantly-
Wait! I keep forgetting to give this to you, Aaron.
Oh my god! Is that for me?
Yeah, so you can just hold it. You just hold it up.
Yes, I want it.
A beautiful, beautiful fan made this for you and gave it to me at GemuCon, and I have yet to give it to you, and I'm like maybe the worst person ever. So,
Oh, I'm so excited. You're not.
so there's that.
Aw, well, that's something to look forward to.
Yep.
Yay!
We can't have a soundboard.
We can have
We're gonna have little speech bubbles. Anyway,
MangaPod.
I think this is our longest manga pod, isn't
I
it?
think it is too.
It's like 2 hours
Really 2
long.
hours.
What's up with
But
Siren?
we should wrap it up.
Hey.
Siren is awesome. We loved it. Join us next week. Thank you all so much for joining us tonight. We appreciate it. We will see you next week, same time, same place, here at twitch.tv/HappiLeeErin at 7:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Bye, Daza. Bye.
I'm good.
Pacific Daylight Saving Time, maybe?
Pacific Daylight Saving times. There's days, times.
Los
times,
Angeles time.
mass,
That's not
nos.
math.
That's not math.
That's not math, sir. Bye, everybody. We love
Bye
you.
bye.